Welcome back to my channel. It's Betty, owner and creator of Betty's Custom Design here on YouTube, Etsy, Facebook, and Instagram. So I was making this cute little journal, and I figured I would bring you guys along because this one was made with just some regular like vintage style prints, but I'm going to do some with Christmas since that is right around the corner now. So what we have is you have the closure here. You open it up and then it opens. Let me open it this way first. You open it this way, and I still have some stuff to do on here. Can stick a journal card in here. Down in here, I'm probably going to put like a pocket over here. I just haven't done it yet because I was so busy getting everything ready to do the video that I didn't do it, but I can put a pocket here, what have you. So we have that. Then you open it up and you actually have a journal, and I just have a few pages in here. Some coffee dyed paper. This is some coffee dyed vellum, some coffee dyed glassine, regular coffee dyed paper. And then this is like some scrapbook paper. I did leave my strings because I think I'm probably going to end up tying some charms onto it. Over here we have another little envelope with a little journal card stuck in it. Then right here we have this little envelope. And in this little envelope I just have a little tag stuck in it. I haven't done anything to that tag yet. I have a pocket on it, and I just have a couple little pieces of scrap paper stuck down in there. We have a little corner pocket with a little tag stuck down in it. And then what I did here is I just kind of slit the top of the envelope so that I'd have a place to put a tag. So we got a tag there. And then on the back side, we have some more of that journal paper. We have a pocket, and we have a tag. So I made this using 3 envelopes plus the little envelope here. You can use a bigger envelope here if you want to. You don't have to even put an envelope. But we are going to go ahead and get started on how to make this. And I'm going to leave this out because I may need it for my, remind myself what goes where. So now the only thing I went ahead and done before I got on camera is I went ahead and inked up my envelopes that I'm going to be using, and I inked up these two because I'm not sure which one I want to use in this journal. So let's get started. Now the envelopes that I am using, they are the almost square cut flap. They do have the self seal, which is perfectly fine. And so if you see, I've got some little marks in here, and it's because we are going to actually score along here. And this one I'm going to score at 1/8, this one at 2/8, and this one at 3/8. And what that does is that creates like the little spine areas that you can see in the journal here. So it just gives it a little bit so that it's not like poofing out and like really putting a lot of pressure. So that's what we are going to create. So I'm just going to get my little scoreboard out. And the reason I went ahead and done my lines is because I am so awful at lining things up until I figured I might need to go ahead and have those lines there in place. And I'm just looking to see what I done. There it is. This is the little thing I like to use. So I'm doing this one on the 1/8. Okay. And then this one on the 2/8 or 1/4, however you want to look at it, but I'm just saying 1, 2, and 3 because it's easier to remember that. Okay, And then this one we are going to do on 3/8. And just make sure you have it lined up. Okay. So I'm going to put my scoreboard out of the way for right now. And I am just going to fold along those score lines that I just did. And you will see as it starts coming together, it'll make a lot more sense. But these would make great little Christmas gifts, or even just little, you know, something to journal in just for a short period of time. You can do them for fall, you can do them for Thanksgiving. These would make wonderful little birthday gifts, you know, where you could put something in it. Do like a birthday themed paper, or, you know, a paper that the person that you're giving it to enjoys. Okay, so I am just looking at my prototype here, and I see, okay, so it looks like there's my 2, and this is my 1. So what it looks like I've done, I'm just trying to remember. Okay, what I did was, this is my 1. I have it on my left side. I have it the good side facing up. I have it here, and this is the one with the 2, and the same thing, I have the good side facing up, and I am going to glue right along that score line there. And so then that'll give us the little area like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, I would, if you're going to ink it, I would, look at my hands, I would definitely ink it before you start putting your papers and stuff together, or even start gluing it. It just makes it a lot easier. So mine has these things here, so I'm just going to pull those off and try not to stick myself completely down, but I always end up doing that. And so I'm just going to put some glue down. Okay, and now remember, we do not want to go over our score line, because that's where our that is going to be our spine. So you want to do it just up to that score line and keep it as straight as possible. Okay, and so we've got that. Now we need to do the, I'm just trying to look and see how I have this constructed. So we've got this part. I'm wondering if I've done that backwards somehow. I think I did. That's there. That's there. No, I didn't. Okay, I just have to figure out what I've done. Oh, duh. Okay. Okay, guys, do as I say, not as I do. All right, so we've got this little part here, and now we're gonna open it out like this, and then this part is gonna go right here, right along that score line. So, and we're gonna have this face with the flap facing up. So let's do that before I forget where it goes or how it goes. And this will probably be 2 or 3 videos. It's not hard at all to do, but it does take a little bit of time. And so what we will probably do is like the construction of it today. And as you can see, there's our journal. I mean, it's already coming together. Now, the one thing I do want to do is I want to glue down, and I'm thinking I used that ribbon, but I'm thinking I may use twine with it being like a Christmas type thing. Just want to make sure it's glued down really good. I think I am. So let's just do that. And that's on, and we want to go ahead and do that now. And so when you're looking at your journal, you want to glue that right here on the what would be considered the back. And you want to do that before you put any paper down. So we're just going to put that, I'm just eyeballing it. I want to put it about middle ways. And so I'm just going to put some glue down. And now the twine is going to give it a little bit of bulk, which I'm okay with, I think. But let's just go ahead and go back with the ribbon. All right, so see, that quick I changed my mind. So I'm just pressing my ribbon down, and because I am using ribbon, I want to make sure I use Fabri-Tac. I mean, it will have the paper on top of it, so it should be perfectly fine. I just want to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And now I'm just going to cut my ribbon off because I can cut it shorter if I need to. So I'm just going to cut a little piece like that. Now let's go ahead and cover the back of this. And now the envelopes that I am using are these A4 invitation envelopes, and they're 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I got these off of Amazon. And so what I've done, I found that 6 by 6 paper works perfect for this. So what I've done is I've taken some of my Christmas scrapbook paper that was 12 by 12, and I have just cut it all into 6 by 6. And that way it is the perfect size for me, as you can see. So I think I want that one there. So I want to have a little bit of the cardstock or the craft paper showing. So I'm just going to mark where I want to cut it. And I'm going to get my little, I better cover that, because if not, we're going to have a mess, which we'll probably still have a mess, so it's okay. All right, so I am just going to cut this right there where I marked it at. Now, the one thing I did on this journal, and I think I'm going to do on this one as well, I did round my corners. I do like that. So let's do that. All right. And I am just using the vintage photo to ink it up with, but this would be, if you're doing like a Christmas journal, it would be really cool to ink it with like a red or a green or something like that, so it would really stand out. But I am just doing vintage photo. All right, and so as you can see, that is going to look so cute on that. So let's go ahead and glue this one down. And for this to be such a little journal, there's really a lot of space in it. But you have to be careful and not put too much weight on your spines. But I will be putting like some fabric or something on the spine so that it will give it a little bit of support. And you can use score tape to put this down with. You can use, you know, whatever glue you like to use. I just normally grab my Fabri-Tac, so that's why I'm just going with that. All right, so there's that. Now we need to figure out what we want to do on this one. And let's go with something like this. I like that. And again, I'm just lining it up to see where I want it to lay at. And then I'll just cut it right there. So how is everybody doing? Are you guys having a good week? What projects do you guys have going on? And also, were any of you guys affected by Hurricane Ida? I live on the Gulf Coast, but I'm out on the Gulf Coast of Florida. And we got some rain. So far, we were very blessed. So, yeah, let me know how you guys done and if you guys are all okay. So I'm just inking this up again, you know, and again, inking is personal preference. If you don't want to ink, you absolutely do not have to ink. That is the fun part of doing junk journals. There's not really any rules. It's just enjoy it. Okay. Now I'm just going to put this down. And you can see it's already coming together really well. Now, what I do here is I use the paper. I need to decide what I'm going to use for this and for the inside the flap. And so we might use something like that for inside the flap. And then what do we want to put on the outside there? What about that? What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I want to use that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just use one sheet to cover the flap here as well as going down into it. And it doesn't have to go down all the way. So I'm just maybe, you know, like I'm just feeling to see maybe about an inch or so in. And then I am just going to mark where the top of that envelope is. And I'm just going to cut that. You would think I would put the scoreboard, the cutting board up the right way every time, but nope. Okay. Now, because we do have a little bit on, like mine, I do have a little bit of a, you can see, let me flip it like this. When I get it straight, there is a little tiny bit that is over it, so I am just going to kind of mark it a little bit because it's so little that needs to be cut off. So I'm just going to mark that, and I'm going to do that with my scissors. And I mean, it's literally just a sliver. Okay. Now the next thing I am going to do, I just want to measure and see how far from the top that my first score line is. And if I had my glasses on, it looks like it's about 1 3/8 inches. So I am going to take right here and I'm going to mark 1 3/8 inches. And what did I say? 1 3/8 inches? Is that what I said? See, I can't even remember what I said now. Yeah, pretty close to it. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with. we're going to go with 1 3/8. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to kind of go up so that I can draw a line, because I know I have the scoreboard, but you know, sometimes I don't put it on there properly. 1, 2, 3. So I like to have my little line just so that I can make sure that I line it up correctly. Okay, and so we also know that our this scored area here is 3/8. So I am just going to go, let me go ahead and get my line. I'm just going to go ahead and draw my line. All right. And then I am going to go 3/8 inches from that line. So 1, 2, 3. And again, I'm just making my little mark so that I can draw my line, because I am going to score this before I place it down. It will just make it quite a bit easier. Okay. And so I'm just lining it up best I can, because you guys know I am not the greatest at this. So that gives me the area that I need to score. So I am just going to move some stuff out of the way, because, all right, so I'm just lining that up there, making sure. And I'm going to score along that first one. And then I'm going to score along that second one. All right. And because this is going to be folding, I should have scored it the other way, but it's okay. This is going to be folding this way when I put it on there. So that's what I'm doing. And I just want to kind of make sure that everything fits properly, and if it does, I will ink it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yes, okay. So now I'm just going to ink this up. So these are, they make great little gifts, like I said, whether it be for birthdays or Christmas, Easter, Valentine's, anything like that. They don't take long to make. The biggest thing is just, for me, it's picking the paper that I want to use. And my husband is printing something. I heard the printer get going, and I'm like, what on earth? Whew, that gave me a heart attack. I thought there was a booger in here with me. All right. So we've got that done. And now I am just going to take this off. And I'm just going to glue this and try not to glue myself. Well, no, you know what? I'm going to glue this. And see how quickly I changed my mind? Yep. Okay. And so now I'm just going to take it, turn it around, glue myself to it, because I just did. I mean, I got glue all over my hands just then. But it's okay. It washes off. And then trying to line it up before it all sets in place. There we go. We done it. We got it all lined up. Look at that. How pretty is that? Ooh, I'm loving it. Okay, so do we want to go with this? Is that what we decided? Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this where we need to cut it. And we're going to cut it about here. All right, so we're going to cut it. And then now what I'm going to do is I am going to slide this in here and get it where I'm going to have it. I think it'll be probably right in there. And then I am just going to mark what I need to cut out, or try to. Okay. And so now I'm just going to go, and I'm going to go on the outside of that line just so that I make sure I have a little bit of space there. And then just go right along that line there. Okay. And before I go inking it all up, I just want to see how it fits. And I think I can come off with a little bit more on this little piece here. Because I want to have a little bit of that cardstock showing, or the craft paper. That looks good, I think. I do like that. Okay, so I am going to round the corners again. And then ink it up. Yep. So it's really fun, and you can use up some of your smaller pieces of scrapbook paper. I mean, you can even do it like with scraps. You could if you wanted to, you could even do like collage to cover the envelopes with. And honestly, I love these craft envelopes like this. You don't even have to cover them. You could put, you know, some stickers, do some stamping. There's a lot you could do. And once you have the basic design template type thing, you can do all sorts of stuff with this. All right, so let's just get it down there. Okay. Now, because it has been right at 30 minutes, what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and stop the video for today. But I will probably continue to work on this and film tomorrow's video just so that you guys don't have to wait. But that way the videos won't be quite so long. So make sure you come back for tomorrow's video, guys. I'll talk to you in a little bit.